Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Two Bare Hands. So today we'll share with you the top 3 reasons to invest in REITs. Okay, so for those who are not aware, REITs actually stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. Okay, so REITs are actually traded like stocks on the exchange, and I feel that REITs are actually very good investment tool for someone who wish to generate recurring income, be it the early part of their life or the later part of their life. Okay, so the top 3 reasons. The first reason being it has actually a very easy business model. Okay, so as with any other kind of investment vehicle, before one invests, you should understand how they actually make money or how it will bring you to be profitable. Okay, so REITs actually is a very simple investment tool, because it has a very simple business model because it actually involves two party. So they have the tenant, and then they have the landlord. So the REITs is actually the landlord. Then the tenant is dependent on different kind of REITs. So how the relationship work is the landlord will provide the tenant space, right? Then the tenant will pay the landlord for that space. And then because the REIT is listed in the stock exchange, if investors like me purchase that REIT, will be a shareholder. And then how the REIT will bring value to a shareholder is when they distribute the rent to the shareholder. Easy, right? So a very typical kind of business model, very simple to understand, and that's why I really like investing in REITs. And broadly speaking, there are 5 different kinds of REITs that are available. So first is the retail. So this is like the malls. Secondly, we have the commercial, which is like our offices. Then you have industrial. So this is like warehouses, and recently like data center. Then you also have hospitality. So hotels, which is hit pretty hard during the COVID period. And you have healthcare. Okay, yeah, healthcare also have REITs, like hospitals. Okay, also residential, which is actually not very common in Singapore. So like for providing housing for people to stay in. Okay, so for Singapore Stock Exchange, there are a few kind of REITs that combines a few of this. So for example, Capital Land Integrated Commercial Trust, CICT, combines both the mall and the office. Okay, CICT. And then Fraser Logistic Commercial Trust combines office and their industrial property. Okay, so this is like a rough introduction of REITs. Okay, so second reason why I like investing in REITs is that it actually can pay out a growing source of income. Okay, I would say recurring income. But this is only if it is done properly. Only if. Okay, so this is like the disclaimer. Only if done properly. So like when I shared the business model earlier, right? You get this money that is being shared with the shareholder. So this is why I'm so interested in investing in REITs, because it does pay out a regular income or dividend to me as a shareholder. And many like to invest in REITs because this can be very useful in the later part of their life. Okay. Dividend payout. Okay, but this can be a potential pitfall because as a new investor, like I was a few years back, you might think that, wow, if the idea is to get high dividend payout, the only logical thing to do is find those that is high dividend yield, right? So dividend yield is calculated by dividend divided by the share price. So if you have this thinking, this is a very, very dangerous thinking actually. You have a potential pitfall or make an investment mistake like I did a few years back. Okay, so this somebody call it like a dividend trap or value trap or something like that. So if you were to think that way, you will most likely buy REITs that are of lesser quality, of lower quality. So you must be thinking why, right? High dividend yield is good, right? You get more cash, more payout. Yeah, but if you were to look at this formula again, how is dividend yield being calculated? Which is dividend divided by share price. So high dividend yield means either dividend increase or share price decrease, right? This is basic math. Okay, so sad to say, most of the time when dividend yield is high is because share price decrease. And why is it not dividend increase? Because most of the time when dividend increase, it signifies that the company or the REITs is actually doing very well, right? Doing well. And what will people do? People will buy more. And then what will happen when people buy more? Share price increase. And looking at this formula, when share price increase, dividend yield decrease. So most of the time, if the dividend increase, it will actually lead to the dividend yield dropping. Okay, so be careful not to have this mindset of just finding the highest dividend yield when you are buying REITs. Okay, instead, through these years, I find that it is better to look for increasing dividend yield payout. So if you there might be some REITs that give you like this kind of chart, like wow, over the years, this is their dividend payout. Yeah, so you have a good record or the history that this business is actually sustainable to give you continual increasing amount of dividend. Okay, so most likely this kind of REIT signifies that they have a very strong business model that are able to continuously bring value to shareholders. Okay, the last reason is because it's relatively passive. Then you must be thinking, why is it relatively? Right? Isn't it passive? Like I just buy the share and then just leave it and then just collect my rent, right? Yes and no. But as a good investor, you must continuously be updated on the progress of the REITs, of how they do, so that you are aware if they are somehow not doing good in a certain period of time. Okay, so what can you do? to find out that their state of health or the state of the condition of the REITs. So firstly, you can read their annual report, okay, or their quarterly report lah. Okay, so you can read a few of these reports to understand how they are doing. Okay, secondly, you can actually check out the property. Okay, so if the property is in Singapore, just go around and take a look. If it's a mall that you bought, just go there and shop. Understand the tenant mix, understand how crowded they are. Then if it's overseas, if you happen to travel there, just go there and take a look. Yeah, see if it's actually true whatever they are reporting in their annual report. Is it what you see there? Okay, so if you do this too, actually it's relatively passive already. This you only have to do it once every quarter, the reading of the annual report, or once every year. And then this one is just like you go and shop and then you just understand how it works, right? Passive, right? So relative to what? For me, I feel it's relative to owning a physical property. Okay, so owning a physical property actually is very, very tedious. Okay, for me, this is my own opinion. Okay, so I feel that owning a physical property actually comes with a lot of administrative. So be it finding a tenant, settling bank loans, maintaining the property, or worst of all, if you find the tenant, then you destroy your property, right? Your property value will drop. And then after going through all this, you get your rental income. Is it worth it? Is it worth your effort? And then let's say you can't find the tenant. Isn't that worse? Right? And then you still have to pay off pay for your agent to look for the tenant. And then for any month that is not occupied, it eats into your rental income. And then you still have to pay your bank loan. You still have to maintain your property. So for me, this is actually very, 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 very troublesome. Okay, so maybe in a following video, I will do up another comparison video of different kind of instrument, comparing maybe REITs, bond, and real estate investing. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much and hope to see you in the next one.